Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tony Todd, aka Candyman, My Living Dead, Final Destination. You're listening to the Horror Squad podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Horror Squad podcast. This is episode number 383, where tonight we will be talking about Final Destination Bloodlines, the sixth installment in the Final Destination franchise. 14 years, I think, or somewhere like that, 15 plus years in the making since the last one. I am here, of course, as always, with Steven and Todderick. Mr. Todd, I believe you have an
Joe.
update on our movie.
Yep. My name is actually Toddathan in law, not Todderick,
Sorry,
but thank you
my
for spreading that
apologies.
misinformation.
hmm
It's also not Toddathan, but you'll never guess what it actually is. Yeah, man, not Final Destination, the final episode. Final Destination, 50K or 50 million. That's fucking awesome, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, anyway, final episode's going strong, dude. I just shot this past weekend. Two more scenes, and I'm about that's like 85% done. Plus, coming up on the 24th, which is tomorrow, as of this recording being released, we will film the final scene, and hopefully I can start editing all together. And I've been playing with scene edits and sending to the guys here, and then getting me feedback and all that shit. So once I get the full edit in, I might need to go back and shoot a couple things here and there to fill in the gaps. But yeah, I'm almost done. So and yeah, hopefully this will be 100% like I said. And I know Steven, you got news.
Yeah, I'm actually starting the day after this episode drops, so it's my first day of like production, and I'm really excited about it. I'm filming it in a way that makes sense for me, and kind of all over the place. Like I'm not filming it chronologically or anything like that. So yeah, it should be fun. I'm doing a lot of the kind of more jokier stuff at first, and then later in like June, I'm gonna start going into the more serious, like effects stuff. So it'll be fun.
Excellent. Very exciting. And we have locked down the dates for our wraparound. Steve and Todd will be flying in. I won't give the exact days in case any stalkers are out there, real life stalkers,
Constant
but
problem, man.
right, big time. Of course. I mean, I enjoy receiving your
News
soiled
pictures.
underwear in the mail with your Hershey squirts, but maybe give me a warning next time, when I open it. But
Did we
yeah,
add that
so
to the movie? Because it is about a stalker.
it is. But yeah, so yeah, we locked down the dates for that. So Steve and Tal will be flying here, and we'll still be driving. Tal will be flying if for exact particulars. But yeah, we'll all be getting together. Also, our stalker will be here. I don't know if that's a secret, so we'll keep it a secret for now.
Secret, yeah.
Yeah, but our stalker will also be flying in, and we'll be filming the wraparound segment very shortly within the next few months. So very exciting, and hope to have it out early 2026. We hope to have a movie premiere. Listeners, you'll definitely have first dibs on seats for that and whatnot. It will be a limited thing, limited to probably 150 seats or something like that. So if you can make it, plan it. Salem, Massachusetts. We'll let you know when the movie's ready, and we'll have the premiere. Very, very, very exciting. Steven, how's it going? Movie club? Any up? We picked a movie. I don't remember if we said yet.
Yeah, I don't
Did
remember.
you guys have one already? I thought Joe went. No?
That's the upcoming one.
Yeah, yeah. So
Ah,
yeah, the upcoming one is on next Saturday. So I think that's May 31st. And we're watching Dark Tapes, which I've never seen. So I'm pretty excited about it. All you need to do is be on our Discord. And yeah, we watch it together on that Saturday at 9 p.m. through Zoom. Can't wait.
Amazing. Last thing I want to talk about before we get into what watched, not horror news this week, is trailers. We all, I believe, went to the theaters to see this movie. And I got some interesting trailers, and I know Steve mentioned he got some interesting trailers. This, man, I was like, dang, this is looking like it could potentially be a good year for horror now, because I don't think it's been a great year so far, but man, there's some bangers coming out here, Steve. Steve, what did you see? I know you wanted to mention some.
Yeah, it's just like there was like an unusual amount of trailers for this movie. I
Dude,
think I counted
odd,
7 or 8.
I oddly timed mine, because like I was looking at my phone and then sampling pulled hers out right when the movie was ready to start, and it was literally like 35 minutes of trailers. It's fucking insane how many trailers you get these days.
Yeah, although I prefer trailers to commercials because
Oh yeah, for
sometimes it's
sure.
like 20 minutes of
Yeah.
commercials and 5 minutes of trailers, which is ridiculous. I saw a lot of the things that we know are coming out. I saw 28 Days, sorry, 28 Years Later. I saw Megan 2.0.
Oh, dude, that looks bad.
The bitch
It
is
looks
back.
fucking horrible. Like even Sam like rolled her eyes. She's like, dude, this looks like it should be like the sixth movie in the franchise. Like they've already jumped the shark on Megan in the second movie. It looks, oh man, it looks like it might be. It looks like a disaster, honestly.
What does she say? Hold on to your vaginas.
Hold
Like,
on to your vaginas. Yes.
yeah. So I got that one. I also got the. Oh, I think it's going to be fucking awful. But I know what you did last summer trailer.
Yeah, watching it this time around, I was like, that looks bad.
It's that fucking line like,
The,
let me
I,
ask you one
what did you do
question.
last summer?
Yeah, like oh fuck, that line does not hit hard at all.
Right.
Not as cool as they probably thought it would be. But I
Yeah.
did. There were some good ones too. I don't remember the name of it. I think it's an A24 film where like children disappear from one classroom.
Weapons.
The weapon, yeah, with Julia
Yeah.
Gardner.
Yeah.
That one
And Josh
looks.
Brolin.
Oh yeah, and Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. I saw one on a boat where it looks like a shark movie, but it's more of a serial killer on a boat movie.
Oh.
Again, the titles like there's so many that I don't remember. And there was another one I just can't remember. It's just like one after the other. So, but yeah, it's good. And I saw Conjuring as well.
Yes.
So that one. I mean, I think it looks good, but I'm still like kind of iffy about it because of the director and everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, horror is in a good place this year, so I'm looking forward to the rest of the year.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, I got weapons as well, which I think that's currently my probably my most highly anticipated one, just because it's like an original release. It looks really interesting. Also, I got Bring Her Back, which I'm very excited about as well. From the directors who did Talk to Me. That one is coming out actually the end of this month, so it's coming out very soon. That one looks great. I also got, man, one that actually really piqued my interest was the new Dave Franco, Alison Brie movie. I think it's called Together. That one looks crazy and looks like it could be really good, which they're interestingly enough getting sued for right now for copyright infringement. But I'm like, how can you prove that, honestly? Because like just because you write a script to like and someone else wrote a script, like, I mean,
I think it's because he sent the script into their production
is that what
company.
it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then
All
he's
right.
saying after he got denied, they made this movie.
They made the movie.
So
Okay, that's
could be
interesting.
could be a deal. I don't know.
He might have
Sucks.
a case there. We'll have to
Hmm.
see. But yeah, that's interesting. I mean, that's why you can't send scripts to most people. Just throw them out because that's the problem. They don't want to get sued. But that one actually looks really cool. And then what else did I get? I didn't get 28 years, Steve. That one I mean obviously that's probably our most anticipated. There's one other one I got that looks really good too, but I cannot remember right now. But yeah, man, it's looking like a great year upcoming now for Conjuring 2. I don't know, man. Like it looks more the same, but we'll see. Hopefully it's good. I'm a little concerned about some of the CGI shit I saw in it. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll be great. And yeah, so yeah, I think yeah, I think hopefully things will pick up in the second year because so far this year, yeah, it's kind of meandering. Besides Sinners, which was a banger, obviously, it's kind of been a down year so far for horror. So hopefully the second half of the year comes in strong for us. But all right, I think that's it. So why don't we head into the show with what watched? So tell me, gentlemen, what y'all been watching this week?
So I'll go first. The first one I watched this week is kind of a 2025 film, but not really. It was actually filmed in 2005, but somehow like they found the footage. It was lost apparently for 20 years, and they released it recently, and that is quote unquote 2025's Cutters Club, which is a Charles Band movie for Full Moon that stars Tony Todd. So yeah, like I said, the story behind this one is they filmed apparently 7 of the 9 days for the filming, and they ran out of money, so they shut it down and then lost the footage. And only like late last year that they're like, oh, we found all the footage and we're gonna release it, but it's an incomplete movie That's why it's only like 50 something minutes long because they only filmed 7 of the 9 days and actually didn't have the ending. So, Cutter's Club is a movie that's about this like kind of couple and they're doctors and they find out about this club called the Colors Club ran by Tony Todd, and they basically do experiments on humans to try to like give them new life and stuff. So it's a way to like further scientific research, and they want to get into this club, and Tony Todd tries to recruit especially one of them to this club. But of course, I mean, it's a full moon movie, so the creatures that they're making are not exactly human-like. And when they don't have anyone willingly to participate to become these creatures, they start killing off people to kind of help along their scientific research. This is basically exactly what you would expect from Full Moon post 1995. It's not good. Honestly, the only reason I watched it is because of Tony Todd. This is going to be one of the last films other than Final Destination where he's going to appear for something new. And yeah, I would not recommend it at all. I give it 1 star out of 5. And honestly, the only reason I gave it 1 star is because Tony Todd, he's a sexy bitch and he's fucking so good at commanding the screen. And yeah, he'll be missed. But we'll talk about that during Final Destination because it's very special to his memory. So, Cutter's Club, you can find it on the Full Moon service or like I did on Tubi.
All right, I watched one from 1973 called Psychomania, and this one's over on Shudder. It caught my eye because it had a bunch of bikers, dude, and the premise is this gang called the Living Dead. These bikers over in England, right? They're all edgy, dude. They all look like a bunch of fucking pussies, pansies, and shit like that. But hey, they're on motorcycles, so that means they're automatically tough. Like they got long flowing hair. The leader is like this millionaire kid. There's like one of those kids who's like, I don't care if I'm a millionaire, mom. I'm gonna be a hardcore biker, and you can't say anything about it. And then they figure out, or he figures out, it's so fucking dumb that you can come back from the dead if you kill yourself, if you really believe that you'll come back from the dead, right? So they're like, all you gotta do is like they start committing suicide and stuff. Like, all right, you're gonna run the bike over that hill, and crash and stuff, but just think really hard that you're gonna come back to life, and you'll come back to life. One person gets scared and dies. The other ones, yeah, they dream it and they believe it and they become it. You know what I mean? So they come back to life. But I just if you're gonna like have tough guy characters, you gotta like try a little harder. These guys are just a bunch of pansies, you know? And it was one of the funniest scenes I've seen in a long time. The first guy dies, right? And they don't know he can come back to life yet. And they bury him on his bike in the most shallow grave you've ever seen, out in the middle of nowhere and it's supposed to be secluded, but you see whether by accident or filmmaking choice that in the background the highway's right there, right? So there's cars going by. I'm like, how's this fucking peaceful? And then too, his body is like from the shoulders up out of the ground, right? So I'm like, someone's gonna be walking by or mowing the lawn and cut this fucking corpse's head off, or someone's gonna be like tripping over it, or a coyote's gonna dig it up. And it's the funniest fucking scene because the burial goes on for like 15 minutes and he's just sitting as still as he possibly can in the shallow ass grave. It's pretty funny. It's all right. Like they go on a murder spree and stuff because they're like essentially invincible. They don't degrade like a normal zombie would. They're perfectly normal. They take, gunshots, stab wounds, things like that. Nothing ever happens to them. So they go on a killing spree, and then they eventually are hunted down by the cops. And I honestly forget how they were ultimately defeated. But yeah, like I said, the characters are a bunch of pussies, and I didn't believe that they were like the tough guys of the crowd here. But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I mean, zombies on motorcycles. It kind of reminded me of the scene from Cemetery Man, but that was way better. When like, what's his name? Like Sergio or something like that she falls in love with in that movie. But yeah, when he comes out and starts speeding around, I wish it was more of that. But the premise was still pretty cool. I just didn't like the characters. So that's Psychomania 1973 over on Shudder, and I gave it a 3.
Alrighty. My first and only one tonight. I've been slacking on my movie watching, I know. I haven't even watched a Toby Hooper movie yet. It's like I'm probably gonna have to watch 20 movies in a week, but I'll get it. I did the same thing for Romero and it was, I got it done. I got it done. We'll get it done. And it's actually a rewatch. We went over to my friend's house this weekend and we watched Companion because they had never seen it before. So I was like, yeah, sure, let's watch it, see if it holds up. For those of you who haven't seen Companion, well, first of all, watch it and then go listen to our episode from earlier this year. But for those of you who haven't seen it, it is about basically. Actually, I don't want to say because I feel like if you don't know about it, because my friends didn't know about it, and they were shocked, like they had that oh shit moment when it happened. So I think it's better not to know anything going in. But essentially, but non-spoilery, if you haven't seen it yet, it's about a couple who goes to on like a weekend retreat with friends. A murder happens, and from there, insanity ensues. And yeah, overall, I gotta say, I think it held up like really well. I still enjoyed it on this watch. It's um, it's a really really fun movie. Great performances. Guillermo, our boy Guillermo from What We Do in the Shadows, is definitely a standout character in it. He's really funny in it, and yeah, the whole cast. I mean, what's her name? Sophie Thatcher is just great right now. She's kind of I'd say the new sort of hot it girl in horror right now. After Heretic and this, and she's also in Yellow Jackets as well. So she's really hitting it hard right now. And she's great. So yeah, my rating's the same. I still give it a 4 out of 5. It's definitely one of the better of the year so far, horror wise. If you consider it a horror movie, it's very light on the horror. I would consider it more sort of sci-fi thriller than horror, but there's enough there for me to have it at my end of the year list, which I anticipate it will make.
All right. So my last one this week is a movie that I found out about because of the top 10 lists for the last year, and I never even heard about it. And I know Joe also watched it, and that is 2024's The Coffee Table, which I watched over on Shudder. So I'm not going to go too much into the story because this is one I think you should experience for yourself. But the basic gist of it is a couple go to a store to buy a coffee table, and this sleazy salesman sells them on this fucking like kind of Ark of the Covenant type table that's pretty ugly, honestly. But he's, whatever. The guy wants it, so he decides, despite his wife's doesn't want it, but he buys it anyway, and he brings it home, and then she goes away because she needs to do the groceries, and something really, really bad happens, and then it's him basically dealing with the fallout of that and things progressively getting worse for him. And yeah, I don't want to say much more than that. This movie is fucking just dread the movie. It is a tough fucking watch because the whole time you just feel like this, like, oh God, this poor guy, the things he's going through, all because of this fucking table, and you just feel really bad for him. They don't show anything particularly gruesome, but they imply it, and they show enough to make you feel like, oh, this is a tough watch. And yeah, it's a really well made film. It's an hour and a half, and I never felt bored. I was just, even though there isn't much that actually happens because it's just him kind of like breaking down and stuff. I don't know. It was still intriguing to see how like different elements come into play at things. So I would recommend this one. The one thing I will say, and this is not really a spoiler, is they have this really weird side story where a 13-year-old girl is in love with this guy, and he looks like he's in his 40s. And it was really fucking unnecessary. Like that girl could have been 50 and it would have had basically the same effect. So I don't know why they went that route, and it's creepy as fuck. So other than that, I would recommend it unless you have a hard time with, let's just say, kid stuff. So that's the coffee table. I gave it 3.5 stars out of 5, and you can watch over on Shutter and Tubi.
Yeah, that I agree. That side story is like what? Like it's made no sense. It's Europe, I suppose. Maybe I don't know.
Is it Europe? I think it's South America, isn't it?
Is South American? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. I think. Yeah. I think it is a Spain, maybe or something like that.
Yeah, it's Spain, Europe. Yeah, you're right.
Spain. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, a great movie. And man, indie filmmaking probably at its best, man, because that movie was made for like no money, and it was filmed like at someone's at like one of the filmmakers, like I think actual apartments, and it was like filmed over like 10 days or something like that. So it's shows like, man, you don't need a lot of money or anything to make a fantastic movie, and that is definitely one of them.
They probably blew their budget on that fucking table. You know?
Yeah, okay,
You
yeah,
know,
for
that's
sure.
probably the most expensive thing in this movie. So
Right.
no, yeah,
Yep.
they did a great job. And yeah, it's mostly one location.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's just it shows if you have a good idea, you can
Yeah,
make magic happen with very little.
definitely. Very good script.
All right, my last one here is 2025's The Monkey, and
Oh
yeah, I
boy.
mean Joe and Steve talked about it a few episodes again, and yeah, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. But you know what I did hate? The tone of this movie is stupid as fuck, man. It's like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to be goofy? Are you trying to be like edgy, stupid? I really don't understand it, man. Like the premise of this movie isn't serious, but you can play this movie seriously and I think have a better film. I think if you took it seriously, this would have been a lot better, at least for me. But yeah, essentially, these twins, they have a monkey doll that their dad left them. They don't know who he is, played by Adam Scott, which is always a treat to see. And it kills people. If you wind it up, it'll kill a random person, usually someone's close to you. So we see a ton of gruesome deaths, which I was really into. Gore was fucking on point. So I really enjoyed that aspect. But like I said, man, I just didn't like the tone of this movie at all. Every character had some wisecrack to say, from the priest saying "oh fuck" instead of in front of a whole audience to real estate agent not taking deaths of a character seriously. It just I didn't understand what they're going for, and you guys probably talked about it more in depth, but I just didn't get it. I don't know what their intention was because to me it was just annoying and grating. I still gave it a 3 out of 5 because I did enjoy the kills and I thought the premise was fun. I just didn't like the execution at all. So 3 out of 5 definitely won't make my end of the year list, but not mad I saw it, just mad that it didn't take itself seriously or I didn't even I guess personally, yeah, taking more seriously in the film's better, but I don't know. I guess I can see why people like that sort of comedy. It just didn't land for me. So that's a miss for me.
Yeah, I think we were pretty felt pretty much the same way too. I know I gave it a 3.5. I can't remember if you gave it the same, Steve,
Yeah, something
around
like that.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the tone is such a weird ass tone movie. And honestly, the further I get away from it, I think I'm slowly
Yeah.
I'd have to
Cheerleaders.
watch it again, but I think I would go down like in
Mm,
my brain right now I'm like I'd probably drop it to a 3 like but
yeah.
I would need to rewatch it cuz like when you said you're like oh man that movie was weird. I'm like yeah, I'm like getting further away from it. Yeah, I was like it wasn't
Mhm.
that great of a
So some of the
movie.
kills made up for it though for me.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, kills
right.
are dope, but
Yeah.
like there was cheerleaders that would show up to crime scenes just to
Yeah.
cheer on a body coming out the door, and I'm just
Hmm.
like,
Yeah, that was
who's this
just to set
for?
up that end, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like,
It makes
who's
no
this
sense.
for? Right? Just that's whatever. And the mom too, like supposed to be comforting these boys, and she's like, "You're gonna die. We're all gonna die." After like everyone died in front of them, like they don't think they're traumatized already.
Yeah.
I don't. I just didn't get it. It
His
was
his new movie looks great though. I forget the
which one is
name
it?
of it, but I forget the name of it. It's coming out. There was actually a trailer after the monkey. Like it was like a post credit thing, and they played the trailer for it, and it looks like it's like a possession, I think,
Hmm.
type movie. It
Well, he's 1 for 2
good.
for me because I really like Gretel and Hansel. I know Steve hated it. You liked it, Joe. But
You didn't like Long Legs? I thought you
oh,
liked
Long
it.
Legs. He did that one
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Osgood Perkins, right?
Yep. Have you
Yeah.
seen
So
Black Coat's Daughter?
no,
Okay. Oh, you should watch Black Coat's
I
Daughter.
know. Yeah. So
That's a good
he's
one. That
one.
was his
He's
first, I think. Two
two
for
for
three.
three. Yeah, 2 for 3.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yep.
bad.
No.
Where's he from? Is he American, Canadian?
I don't know. Well,
American probably if his
American,
dad
I think. Yeah, his dad, Anthony
is
Perkins,
Anthony
right?
Perkins. So
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
I need to pay attention more, I guess.
yeah.
Yep. He was also in Nope for you Nope fans, and he was in Legally Blonde for you Legally
Oh,
Blonde fans as well. He was
what was
actually
he in? Nope.
in Nope. He was the director of the movie that they were making in the beginning of the movie.
Director of the movie
like
in
like
Nope.
the like the show. What's
Like
that
they were
movie?
making no that movie they were making in the beginning, and
Oh
Oh,
he
yeah,
has
with the horse.
very
Okay,
yeah
yeah.
with the horse. Yeah,
got it.
Osgood is the director like
Interesting.
of it, kind of
Oh,
like
cool.
telling everyone what to do and stuff. Yeah. Hmm.
Let's get him on the
Uh,
show. Reach out to him, Joe.
that would be cool. Dang, that'd be real cool.
I'll come on and be like,
I
hey,
don't know
man.
if he would respond, but we'll see. I don't know. We do have an interview coming up in a couple weeks though with for an Al Pacino exorcism movie. I tried to get Al. It was tough, but I couldn't get Al. I'm
Not
sorry, but
available?
no, he wasn't available for us. But an Al Pacino led exorcism movie called The Ritual. Not that
Oh,
Ritual,
that
but
the original Ritual is so
yeah,
fucking
not yeah.
good.
But this one is coming out. I'm going to be I'm going to be interviewing the director and a couple of the actresses. Sam knew one of the actresses, Ashley Greene. For you Twilight fans, apparently she is a
Oh
big
yeah, okay.
actress in the Twilight series. So that
Sweet.
should be cool. And that will be coming, I think, next week or the week after. I can't remember.
Next week, or yeah, depends on when the timing is.
Right, right. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Would Al Pacino take me out of my retirement from interviewing actors? Yes or no? What's your thought?
I
We
think
got
yes.
I think he's too big. I think you like the really like obscure indie.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah,
Steve's
it has
right.
to be.
I like the.
Yes, it has to be Santa's sleigh
I
director,
only do
and
the
that's
weird
it.
small ones.
Yep.
No, I did the last one too. I did within. It was like 3 years I've done two. It's Santa Slate director and then Night of Something Strange, weird guy.
Oh, that's
Okay,
right.
yeah.
Wayne W. Johnson.
Like the main dude.
Yeah.
yeah, the zombie.
Yeah. Both super cool.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Yeah. Oh, I before we get into trivia, there was one more trailer I got that I just remembered. It was a new Stephen King one, and Steve, maybe you know this since your wife's the big Stephen
Ooh, The
King.
Long Walk.
Yes,
that's
The
right. I
Long
got that one
Walk.
too.
Yeah, I
It
love
looks
the book.
cool. It looks really good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you should
Yeah.
read the book, Joe. I think you might
Yeah.
like it.
All right. Yeah.
It's a short read.
Yeah, the premise in the trailer was pretty. I was like, oh, it looks really interesting and cool. So hopefully that one's good too. But yeah, that'll be coming soon as well. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. And now it is time, Todd. Bust out the books for another round of everyone's favorite segment.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know. I don't know. Maybe.
I've heard the
know.
news is people's favorite segment, so
Oh,
I've heard what watches. So like,
well watched. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
maybe
So it's
trivia's
all over
least
the map.
favorite.
Maybe.
Maybe
Everyone's
they tune out.
all right, Todd. Bust out the books for everyone's
All right.
least favorite segment of the. It's time for some trivia.
Q2, the People's Champion, myself in the lead with 11, Steve 8, Joe 4. Joe,
Oh,
tonight you're pulling yourself out of the cellar, bud. I'm feeling it.
I hope.
Sam just walked by. Hello, Samantha.
Oh, Sam.
Pleasant treat. All right. Who would like to lead off today?
I'll
I will.
go. Oh.
Oh, no, go for it, Steve.
All right. So this week it's all going to be guess the movie based off Letterbox reviews. I've been working a lot on Letterbox lately. Fun fact: our movie is now on Letterbox, so you can see the final
Looks sexy on there
episode
too, man.
on
Give it a
Letterbox.
5-star review already.
Preload it.
Which means if you put in for a producer perk, you are also now on Letterbox because I added everyone's new profiles and everything like that. So
Very cool.
Excellent.
you can do a completion for yourself one day.
Ooh,
And
I love
do
it.
one movie.
I love
It's pretty neat,
I love
actually.
it. I love to
That's
complete
cool.
myself.
All right. So there's a theme, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you figure it out, I'll help you on in later rounds.
Devon Sawa.
We'll see. Okay, so these Letterbox reviews. So we've all watched the movie, but none of us wrote a review for it. So these are reviews from people that I follow.
Okay.
First one from Chris. Interesting period piece monster flick. Definitely felt like a genre mashup.
Okay.
Genre monster period. Okay.
Second
Love
one,
it.
also from Chris, another Chris.
Oh.
This was actually quite a fun and interesting movie. Had some historical combat, martial arts, and swordplay. Some gnarly monster kills, and some lighthearted family mumbo
We
jumbo.
reviewed this.
It's
We reviewed
it,
this.
And that
It's
is
that one
my,
movie called,
that is my theme tonight. Is these are all movies we reviewed.
Oh, it's right on the tip of my wee wee.
I remember reviewing this movie.
It's from like Korea
and I know
or something.
exactly, but yes, and I cannot remember the name of it. It was from a few years ago.
Should I even read the last one, or you guys?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, read it.
Yeah, read that. Is it Gundam?
No,
It's something
not
like
Gundam,
that.
Haunted
Oh, it's
Asylum.
not.
Oh, it's not.
No. I know it's not that.
All
Oh, I
right.
thought it was Gundam.
I remember the movie. It was like the samurais fighting that
Yeah,
like
that's not
Godzilla type
It's
creature.
not. Gundam was the found footage, like
Yeah.
Oh, the same asylum.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, last one is this was so fun actually. It's nice to see the melodrama, comedy, and horror balanced out well.
Yeah.
Rather than awkwardly grouped together like some other Korean dramas, the political drama meshed well, storyline ran perfectly, and dear God, I love all those main characters. This was just wonderful, just a little treat I needed on a rainy Sunday morning.
Yes.
Very nice. Good reviews, guys.
Yeah, I remember we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't place.
I can't remember the name of it though.
It's called
Right.
Monster Slayer.
Nope.
Like the tagline's Monster Slayer. No.
Nope.
Subtitle. I mean. Yeah.
I'm never gonna
Damn,
get
that
it.
was Gundam.
You guys give up?
It's on the tip of my tongue, but
Yeah. So the movie was Monstrum.
Yes.
Monstrum.
That's right.
That's the
Mhm.
one.
So
Dang it.
I gave the guys access to Excel to show all the movies we reviewed, just
Hey, you cheater.
to help us make picks and stuff. And I saw some ones that I totally forgot we reviewed. So
Yeah.
Is it cheating if I open that spreadsheet?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, open the spreadsheet. I'll leave it closed. Okay,
All
let me
righty.
click over to my trivia questions here. Question number 476 out of my 200 plus 200,000 200,000.
200,000. Wow.
Damn,
Wow.
dude. I should
Someone's
submit
been
that to
busy.
fucking
Yeah.
yeah. 2,100 plus book that will come out in October this year. Tagline: You don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre.
Ooh, I know this. We've heard this
We've
one
reviewed it.
before.
Oh.
Yes.
You don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw
X?
massacre. X is not right. No, 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 no. But I know I know for a fact you
Pieces?
know it. Pieces is correct.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Pieces that's a great movie, man. I love the movie.
Very good.
That's a good movie.
All right, Joseph on the
All
or
right.
Steven on the board.
That's
All
not,
right.
that's not the one I was really thinking of. I was thinking of the one with Gunnar Hansen at first. Is it
Mosquito.
no
Mosquito.
no the chainsaw one? It's like
Mosquito's dope too.
Hooker chainsaw something
Oh, Hooker with a chainsaw or
something like that. Yeah, that's the
Hollywood
first one.
Chainsaw Hooker.
Hollywood
Yeah,
Chainsaw
something like
Hookers.
that.
Yeah.
But when you said we reviewed it, I'm like, we didn't review that one. Not as a
No.
main feature. So.
Alrighty. My first one tonight in the movie Final Destination Part 3.
I want to rewatch them.
Yeah, I should have rewatched
Dang
them.
it.
Yeah.
Dang it.
You've seen it. We've all seen it.
Seen it. Love it.
This will be whoever is closest will
Okay.
get the point. In Final Destination 3, how many times did the cast have to ride the roller coaster for the premonition scene?
100.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I won't be a dick and be like super close to him. So
101.
I'll say 50.
50. Okay, I'm going to reset because you were both way off. And I'll give you
Way
one more
off?
try.
Too high?
I'm not
Too
saying
high, way
one way or
off?
the other.
28.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
29.
22.
Bitch.
Todd, you are closest.
Yes,
The correct
not a bitch.
answer is 26
Ah,
times.
Nice. That's a lot, man. I told you a story when I went to the carnival last year and I got sick on the fucking what are those things where you hang from the chains and you just sit and it goes in a circle all slow as fuck?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, like
Yeah,
the swing?
The
Yes,
swings.
yeah,
I had to
yeah.
close my eyes, dude. I got dizzy. I'm like, holy fuck. I got
Wow.
soft, I guess. I don't know what happened.
Getting old, that's the
Yeah, I
problem.
know.
All right. So still the letterbox reviews. This one is from Todd.
Oh.
Joe and I did not put reviews on, but we did rate it.
Are you too good to review it or what?
This is before I used to review everything.
Ah.
All right. The setup was great, but man, kind of all over the place with the plot, score, character choices, etc.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. That gives you nothing.
No, I
Thank
know.
you. Not a single
the-
thing.
The other ones do though. So this one's from Corey.
Corey, shut up.
Not that Corey, another Corey. But yes.
Other Corey, shut up.
Yeah.
Still shout out to Corey.
Yeah.
Shout out to Corey.
This was just Diet Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Diet Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay. The next one is from Kiro.
Kiro, shut up.
This movie is weird. Its overall tone is uncomfortable and creepy. Information is given to you as a series of incomplete thoughts only to be clarified later on. The television seems to reflect on some sort of inner monologues of characters unable to speak. The score and cinematography add to the creepy vibes. For what kind of movie this ends up being, it's really well done. It's a tad bit on the long side. It's also a bit of a slow burn, but I need to know what happened.
I have a random guess. Honeydew.
That's correct. Honeydew.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was going
I
to give
don't
a
remember
hint
TV at
that another, like, the director is the son of also a famous person. So,
Is that Spielberg?
yeah, it's Sawyer Spielberg.
I go to bat for Honeydew. I have to rewatch it, but I remember enjoying it. And we interviewed Malin Barr, I believe it was, for that one. Yeah.
Correct.
That's the only reason I remember it.
She's very nice. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to stay on the same page this time. Question number 479. Where does Laurie Strode work in Rob Zombie's Halloween Part 2? I don't need the name, just like what type of place she works at.
A
What type
diner?
of place? Incorrect. What type of place does Lori work at in Rob Zombie's Halloween Part 2?
She's very gothy. I'll say a tattoo parlor.
I like your thought process answers. No, each one gets another guess.
Okay.
She's very gothy. Yeah, she
She's
almost got murdered, and all her friends
Zine,
except
very emo in this one.
yeah, all her friends except not Linda, Annie survived.
I'm gonna say
Or
like
died.
a department store where they sell clothing.
Incorrect. Final answer, Joe.
A radio station.
Incorrect. I'll let Steve be the judge if he gets a point or not. A record store. No, it's
Yeah,
completely
no,
different.
No,
that's
not.
different. Yeah,
You were closer with the tattoo shop there.
I was.
Yeah, record shop. She's a little goth
Right.
chick, a little punk girl now.
All right. Todd's favorite Halloween 2.
I will defend it because I
All
saw the
right.
fan edit that makes it a lot better.
All right.
Yeah.
All righty. My next one. Guess the movie based on the IMDb information. This movie was released in the year 2002 with an R rating, clocking in at 1 hour and 31 minutes. Categorized as supernatural horror, horror, mystery,
Mhm.
and thriller.
Mhm.
Currently sitting at a 5.6 out of 10 over at IMDb with a Metascore of 28 out of 100. Ouch. Director, Steve Beck. Cast, Ron Eldard, Desmond Harrington, Isaiah Washington,
Nope.
Carl Urban.
Nope.
You know Carl Urban?
Carl Urban.
Carl Urban, know him.
I know.
Carl
him,
Urban.
Yeah.
Yep, I know him.
Desmond. Yeah.
I don't know the other three guys. Two guys.
All right. You know Ron Eldard.
Okay.
You know him. You've
Do
seen
I?
this man.
From what?
You've seen this man. I forget, but you know who this man is.
That's yeah.
Blonde dude. Nope, that's a terrible shot.
Makes
You've
for
seen-
great podcasting too.
Right. Okay,
Carl Urban.
tagline. Yes, Carl Urban. Tagline is See Evil.
See evil.
Yes.
Doom.
No,
Incorrect.
that was my first thought, but he didn't say he
Yeah.
was leaving anyone out. So
Oh.
I am
yeah.
leaving 2 actors out.
are you? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carl Urban in early 2000s.
So was that all you had, Joe?
That's all I have for now. I'll give you. I'll throw in another actor once you both give guesses.
See evil.
That is the only tagline, or else I'd give you more.
See evil. See me.
I don't have a fucking
See
clue.
evil. Carl Urban. Okay.
I'm just gonna say, just to throw one out, wrong turn.
Wrong turn.
Wrong turn. Incorrect. All right. I'll give you another actor.
Okay.
Gabriel Byrne.
Oh, is it Stigmata?
That's in the 90s.
Incorrect.
Is it
Yeah.
Gabriel Byrne? He played the devil in that movie, right? Gabriel
Yeah.
Byrne.
No,
he did.
he was a priest.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Stigmata.
It's
Yeah.
End of Days. He plays.
Yes.
And the devil, got it.
Yeah.
Big range, big range.
Right, yeah.
No, those are cool.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
You guys give up?
Gabriel Byrne. Is it? No, Steve would have got in the end of days. No,
No,
not that.
99 End of Days.
No. No. All right. Well, gentlemen, See Evil, I didn't want to give it away, was spelled SEA, and the movie is Ghost Ship.
Ghost Ship. Carl Urban's in Ghost Ship.
Yeah.
All right, we should cover
And
it.
I left
haven't
out
watched that
Juliana
in
Margulies.
years.
Yeah. See that I would have known,
Yeah.
but I don't remember anyone else in that movie.
I completely forgot Carl.
I know
wasn't in my-
I know that first scene, but after
Yeah.
that, it's all fucking. I don't remember it at all.
Perhaps something to review down there. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe one day. Yeah.
Just because of that opening, everyone loves it so much.
Yeah.
I remember the rest of the movie sucking, but it's been
Yeah,
forever.
exactly. All right. My final one, still the Letterboxd reviews. This one is again from Todd. Haven't checked out a movie this fast in a while. It starts off great with a quick overview of a Halloween party gone wrong, but it quickly turns into our characters are clever, witty, and quirky, and it's just annoying
Oh.
most of the time.
Oh,
Halloween party gone wrong. huh?
I got it.
I'll
I
go
know what
on.
movie it is. I just can't think of the fucking stupid title again.
I'll go on to my review. This is one of those movies that I thought made for a fun one-time watch, but isn't something I will probably ever watch again. It's got great imaginative kills, hit and miss humor, a solid villain, albeit with sometimes bad CGI, and the characters were decent. The movie should have embraced the comedy more and dropped the overly dramatic scenes that didn't fit the tone of the rest of the film. If you're looking for a Halloween film that you haven't seen a dozen times before, this is a good pick, but don't expect it to be overly memorable.
Okay.
I know it, man. Joe, do you have any inkling?
I mean, I have a guess.
Right. I'll
What
read
about
the.
there?
I'll wait for the last one.
Okay,
though.
I'll read the last one. If this was made in the 80s, I would probably have creamed myself. It
Oh,
was still fun and way more violent than I expected. There's just a few deaths I wish were done practical rather than some CGI. I do have one more, but I'll wait until you guys answer first.
I'll throw out Carved.
Correct? Yep.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
couldn't think of it at all. I was thinking like Pumpkin Killer,
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
stupid like
the
that.
last
Fuck
one
that.
was, oh my God, they killed
Alright.
Mr. Crockett. That was my last review.
Nice.
Oh yeah, he's in the movie.
Yeah,
You
he's in-
guys
yeah.
love
Yeah.
that fucking Crockett movie.
Have you seen that one yet, Todd? Mr. Crockett?
All right. No, yeah.
No, you should jump on it. I think you'd
Sorry.
like it.
No, sorry. I'll try. Try.
Do it.
All right. This 1989 film, a slasher. It's Brad Pitt, feature Hollywood star Brad Pitt. It's his first movie, baby.
I almost watched it the other day.
Oh, he should have.
It was in my my Tubi list.
Horror
And,
movie.
Cutting
It's
Class.
hilarious.
Pitt.
Cutting Class is correct.
Yeah,
It's
Cutting
hilarious.
Class.
I was
Yeah.
looking for something to do for what watch, and it passed through. I'm like, I don't know. I don't really feel like it right now.
He's in it quite a bit too. It's not just like a background thing.
Hey, he's on the
Nice.
poster, so well, I mean, probably they would have put him on the
Yeah.
poster after. Yeah.
Cutting the
Yeah.
cheese. Am I right? Okay.
Oh.
3 letterbox reviews. Can you
Great at
guess
that.
the movie? Review 1.
Try.
There is a scene where a guy is washing dishes, but the dishes are red Solo cups.
Random.
Yeah.
Classic.
Number 2. Someone please remake this, but just make it a lot better. Thank you.
Not a big hint there.
Yeah, no, it's not. This is the last one is the giveaway if you know it.
Okay.
All right. Number 3. It's a movie from 2006. Sorry, let me redo
That's
that.
it.
'Cause
Yeah.
let me redo that. Okay. Who the hell is this? Hold on, I'm getting a call. I don't know who it is. Won't answer it. I don't answer calls I don't know.
Al
all right.
Pacino, dude.
Could be Al.
Yeah, he's returning
Yeah.
your call.
Hello. Hooah!
You want to interview me? You're great out. All right, good.
All right, it's my last. All right, last one. It's a movie from 2006, and it's exactly as bad as you'd expect. It's dog shit, but it's very funny and entertaining dog shit about a killer video game.
Killer video game.
Stay alive.
It is Stay Alive.
Oh,
Stay
I've
Alive?
never seen
Yep.
that one.
Nice.
Oh, you really?
Yeah, is it
Oh,
good?
I'm surprised on that.
I think you would maybe
It's
enjoy
okay.
it. It really is
Time-
okay. It's not that
It's a
bad.
timepiece.
It's definitely could be awesome though, remade.
Mhm.
Like for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. With like VR or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
great.
definitely
It's a
time
great.
capsule.
It's a cool premise. Yeah.
Add it to the list.
It's kind of like it's a better version, almost, Steve, of what was that? Live Screamers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
Is that it? Or you got some got one more?
No, is it?
that's it.
Okay. Twos across the board tonight for everybody, which brings me in the lead still with 13. Steve's 10 to Joe's 6 for Q2.
Alrighty. Thank you, Totter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event of the evening, Final Destination Bloodlines, directed by Zach Lipovsky and Adam B. Stein, starring Owen Patrick Joyner, Anna Love, Raya Killshet, Tio Briones, Caitlin Santa Wana, and of course, in his final role, Tony Todd. Plot. Plagued by a recurring violent nightmare, a college student returns home to find the one person who can break the cycle and save her family from the horrific fate that inevitably awaits them. Yes, I suppose. I suppose that's all right. But Todd, I think you can really fill in the blanks of this plot.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. All right,
I'm
so we'll call
tagging
it
in.
like the 50s. It's around that time frame, right?
Hmm.
Where Iris and her boyfriend go to this sky tower thing, where it's like a big old rickety ass elevator up a fucking, tower up to this platform where they're singing, there's dancing, there's drinking, there's a fucking asshole kid that needs to get thrown off the fucking balcony before I fucking do it myself. And then you're like, yo, we have a reservation. It's like, sorry, dude, you don't have a reservation. Deal with it. Lo and behold. This thing is a piece of shit and it starts collapsing, lighting on fire, furniture crushing people falling to their deaths, things like that. Or did it? Is it just a premonition from our main girl, Iris? It was. Flash forward 30 years, right? Iris's granddaughter keeps having these like dreams about this accident that never happened, right? So she like, they're it's ruining her fucking life. She can't sleep. She can't fucking, she's doing terrible in school. She goes back home and is like, Dad, what's up with grandma? Fuck, don't talk about grandma. She left us. She was fucking crazy. She used to try to overprotect us, blah, 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 blah. Iris, I mean, not Iris, the granddaughter is like, fuck it. Goes out, finds Iris, who's been living like a hermit crab. She's older, and she's like, hey, I know what's wrong, dude. I cheated death 30 years ago, and now I have cancer because death, couldn't get me any other way. So it gave me cancer. And then now, like, you have to figure out how to beat this thing. Here's my death journal. Figure it out. And she's like, I don't believe you, Grandma. She's like, oh yeah? Watch this. Steps outside, immediately gets killed. I'm like, really? Death is fucking waiting the whole time. But now we're following along on this girl as like she explains that, okay, since Iris cheated death 30 years ago, all of her, descendants, her kids, her grandkids, all that stuff shouldn't be alive. So now Death is like, I'm collecting. I'm coming through. Let's go. So we follow along with them as they try to convince them that, A, this is happening, to B, let's prevent these deaths, and, how can we prevent everything, and how can we beat death, and do we have to murder someone and take their life force? Let's go talk to Tony and Todd, and so on and so on. I thought this was a great improvement over the last two. I've only seen the last two twice, and I don't remember loving them. Absolutely love part three. I think it's my favorite of the series. The kills are pretty damn cool in this one. I enjoyed the film overall. I just didn't really like the characters, man. I didn't connect with a single one of them, and that kind of hurts because with the Final Destination film, these deaths tend to be, more on the realistic side of things could happen. So you like, oh fuck, that sucks that happened to this person. But I didn't really like the characters, so I was rooting for the deaths to happen. Overall, that was a fun movie. The gore was on point. But like I said, the characters didn't really do it for me, but overall I enjoyed it. Fellas, what did you think?
Hmm. Yeah, I've always enjoyed the Final Destination franchise for the most part, especially the first three. I think the first three are all really actually and great movies in their own right. And I was really excited to go to the theater and see this one because man, the hype was been pretty big for this one. 95% of Rotten Tomatoes, everyone really seemingly loving this one. And I gotta say, ultimately, I thought it was a fine movie, but I didn't love it as much as everyone else seems to be loving it out there. And I think, there's several problems, I think, with this movie, but I think my biggest issue with it is the hokiness of it all, sort of, and I know like the Final Destination franchise isn't like supposed to be taken extremely serious. However, I felt like the hokiness of like the deaths and everything was really played up in this one. Whereas like in some of the other ones, like it was more of like it was like crazy, but also taken somewhat seriously. Whereas this one was played for kind of laughs and jokes for the majority of the kills. And I agree. Like, I think they didn't do a great job of building up the characters. So when they did die, you really cared about any of them. Really. Besides, like, maybe a couple of the characters, I think that were standouts. Bam Margera lookalike being one of them. I can't remember his character name, but that's who. That's every time I saw him is what I thought of. And his
I
brother.
actually hated that fucking guy.
I thought the two, but I thought the two of them had the most substance and were like the most interesting. Like our main character, our main girl we're supposed to follow here. She's like, she was fine, but she was no one, I just couldn't like really connect with her, really, her and her brother, that I just didn't really like care too much about their fates. So yeah, ultimately, like I thought it was like a fine one-time watch, but one of the best of the franchise? No, I don't think so.
So I disagree. So it'll be make for a more review, I guess. I really liked it. I thought it was super fun. I was never bored. I was really into like the fake out of the kills, like every little thing you think is going to lead to someone's death. And I loved kind of that feeling of always kind of being on edge. I thought the kills were amazing. I just, yeah, I had a great time with it. I do agree that not all the characters were standouts, especially I didn't like the main character, like you said, her brother or two. Like, it just, I don't know. I didn't feel for them. I did like the brothers. I thought they were kind of the better characters there, but it didn't matter to me because it was more a movie about seeing people die in crazy and unique ways, and the movie delivered big time on that. The thing, obviously, and I think most people would be that, especially horror fans, was seeing Tony Todd's send off, which wasn't scripted. They actually gave Tony Todd, carte blanche to say whatever he wanted to in that final little monologue as he was exiting the door, which I thought was great because not a lot of people get to say goodbye. He kind of got the chance to on his terms, and I think that's so amazing. And what a send off for an amazing career. We got to interview him. I got to meet him. He was the star of the film that got me into horror, Night of the Living Dead in 1990. So yeah, it was definitely an emotional moment for me. And I just really dug the film. And something else I want to highlight, which I think is brilliant, is when I saw the trailer, and I didn't want to see this trailer, I think it was attached to a movie or something, then I had to watch it. I was like, oh fuck, they're really ruining a lot of the kills, so I kind of know what to expect. They made kills in the trailer that are not in the movie. For example, the mom character gets killed in the rotating doors in the trailer. You guys call the Bam Margera guy gets hit by the truck. So they actually filmed kills just for the trailer to psych people out for the movie. So yeah, I thought this one was brilliant. I might even say maybe it's my favorite one in the series. I do need a series rewatch, to be honest. So I'm gonna get to that and then decide, for myself. But I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the kills were obviously overall were great. Heavily on the CGI though. I wish they went more practical on the kills. So I found that slightly disappointing. But I thought most of the kills were very inventive and stuff. What'd you think of the premonition though? Like, I felt like it was a little too like, man, it was like a piece of chandelier falls and cracks
It's a
glass.
piece of
Like,
shit fucking construction,
like
man.
right, I mean, that's like if you have people up there like fucking 500 feet in the air and a piece of chandelier falling and cracking that glass, man, that's some really shoddy
Yeah.
fucking construction work. But overall, like I thought it was a long intro, but I like that intro. And honestly, I think I would have preferred had this stayed in the 50s the whole time. I think it would have been something different and kind of cool and fresh for the franchise.
I didn't even think about that. That's actually a good touch. Like keep
Hmm.
it, yeah, actually, damn, I love that idea. You have to obviously change the bloodlines a little bit around,
Right, yeah. I mean, it would have to be a completely different plot.
but still, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, rewrite it, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about basically Tony Todd's character's backstory in this one?
Hmm.
So he was on that tower, and that is why he knows so much about premonitions in the whole series, right? Because it was
Yeah.
never really explained why he knew so much.
Hmm.
And it's interesting that it's also like kind of it was his time to die now because the woman had died.
Right.
I actually like that. It kind of put a bow on his character for the whole series in a way that wasn't expected to me. So I liked it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I understand why they did it because obviously this was Tony's last movie, and he knew it was going to be his last movie. The cast and the filmmakers knew it was going to be his last movie, and all that. So you had to come up with some storyline. But I don't know. I kind of liked the mysterious of him. Like, what is he death? Is he even human? We don't really know it. And then sort of introducing that, it was okay. Like I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either.
Yeah, I'm more on, I guess, your side of it. Like he's the voice in the subway in part three. So like, is
He's
that the same
also
character or is
he's
it
also
just?
the voice of the amusement park, the roller coaster intro too.
He's
Yeah.
got a career, baby. He's all over the place. But what Steve said earlier, it is like a bittersweet send off for him, which
Oh,
is
definitely.
when you're watching, you're like, damn. So he 100% knew he was going to be gone soon. So
Oh,
it's like,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. That whole monologue he gives was
He's like, I'm
just
just gonna
like,
go live my
yeah.
life.
Yep.
Like,
It was
wow,
yeah.
holy
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, it was special. It is great that they gave him
Mhm.
that. I mean, it was sad. It was sad seeing him because you could tell he was very sick,
Right.
obviously filming this, and he didn't even sound the same. Like he didn't have that usual sort of deep, dark,
Yeah.
foreboding voice in this one and stuff
It
like
it
that.
reminds me of Sid Haig when we saw him last and
Yeah,
Hit from Hell.
right.
It's just both these men were like huge, like fucking
Yeah,
imposing figures, and
hmm
cancer, man, fucking sucks.
definitely.
Um, but okay, about the opening, I thought it was pretty cool. Like the burning and the falling and that fucking little prick kid. I
Yeah,
laughed out loud when he got killed,
yeah, that was
which I
funny.
don't normally do, but he's a fucking cocksucker, so fuck him. But yeah, a penny ultimately took down this whole thing and the train. The same
Yes.
penny.
Yeah,
Took
I
the
don't
whole
Penny
know
was
if
family
a
like, are
down.
they fucking
I don't think a penny would
impervious or
hold.
what?
Being someone who works on the railroad, I can tell you a penny is not going to stop that switch from closing and derail the
Yeah, because
train.
don't you crush coins all the time on the railroad?
Yeah, which they say you're not supposed to do because it could technically derail a train. But I'm saying like the penny
Oh wow.
latching in the middle of that
Oh
the switch there and stopping it. No, like if you put your foot in there, it literally would crush your foot. So the penny would definitely
yeah.
get
I was gonna
crushed.
say like that's very sensitive if that was like a rock
Yeah,
or like a
right,
fucking dog or like a homeless like
right.
anything can cause this massive derailment. But yeah, fuck that kid once again. How do you guys feel? What's your favorite kill in this whole thing?
I mean, I think most people are gonna point to the MRI
Hmm.
death as being
Yeah.
definitely the highlight. It is easily the best kill, but despite the hokiness of it, I liked the end thing of the garbage truck kill. I thought that was pretty cool when
Damn,
she
that's
gets
mine too.
crushed, and
Fuck.
yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, when she
Although I,
pulls out
I
her arm and
hated
it rips
I
off.
hated like how it all happened though, like with her getting knocked into the fucking
Trash
thing
can.
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for me it's the MRI kill just because it was
Yeah.
so fucking
Because
like
the penis gets sucked in there.
yeah, it was like multi-layered,
Prince
right?
Albert.
First, it's like his piercings, then it's like his body, and then it's also like the fucking like was it the chair or something like hits him
Yeah.
even further in. Like it
Yeah,
was
that was
really
cool.
fun. Yeah, it was.
I gotta
Yeah.
say though, if you have this machine that is so powerful, you need to have like a switch cover so it can't automatically start from some asshole bumping into it because that's just incompetence, man.
Hmm.
So that's hospital needs to be sued.
Yes. Can we talk about Iris's fucking compound though? Because it seems like the least safe place you would go
Why
to
are there
if you're trying
spikes
to
on the door? Was
escape.
she trying to stop zombies from getting in? Why were there
I,
spikes on
She
on the walls,
Laurie
guys?
Strode that shit, man. Just
she did
like
Laurie Strode it.
Okay, but explain the spikes to me.
I guess like if a vehicle like death has a vehicle try to come through or like some
That's
sort
so
of
dumb.
thing that would stop it.
Okay,
But
but those
but
people are
even
trying
the
to.
inside doesn't look safe to me either.
She's gonna get pneumonia if anything.
Like
But okay, so she's got this compound, right? And then at the end, the two surviving kids drive a truck through the fucking wall. I'm like, they're trying to
right.
avoid being killed, but let's high speed into the wall to try to break open the gate. It doesn't make any sense.
No, no, I didn't love that. And wasn't this introduced in another Final Destination that if you like stop the heart, like you can come back, or was that
yeah,
in
I think
another movie?
he mentions it. Was it?
Okay,
I think Tony Todd mentions it, saying
okay,
it's been done before, but it didn't end up working out.
didn't right,
Right.
but they're
So.
like, so like maybe it worked for us. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I found the whole like ending kind of rushed. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't, especially yeah, like the whole cabin thing. You know, they set it
Mhm.
up as such an important like set piece,
It's like the
and
safe haven, but it's not a safe haven at all. There's so many things that can go wrong there.
right. But I like how she like catches every little thing. You know, like for example,
Yeah.
when she like puts her little magnetic glass thing and it like starts burning the rope, and she
Mhm.
catches it. So
Yeah.
I guess she was just so good at like seeing the things coming that that's why she felt safe in the house, right? She could kind of
Hmm.
predict everything. Yeah, I really that's I love about this movie is you really think everything could be something that will kill, you
Sure.
know. And I
Mhm.
like how they could do a lot of like teases, especially like at that fucking barbecue.
Yeah,
Um,
the barbecue scene was pretty fun. I did
yeah,
enjoy the barbecue
which
scene.
the way the dad died was pretty fucking gnarly. I
Yeah,
like
I
that a
feel
lot.
like it needed. I feel like they should have slowed it down a little bit, though. I feel like there should have been a little more of like build up before the fucking lawnmower saws his face off. But I really enjoyed like the whole glass sipping. There's a glass and they're
The
showing
glass
glass
piece,
at
yeah,
someone's drink. Yeah,
yeah.
Dude,
that
another example of incompetence. You drop the fucking glass next to the ice. You got to get rid of
Yeah, all the ice.
All that
Yeah.
ice.
But not
Yeah.
all
Am I the
people
only
don't
one
do
thinking
it,
this?
man.
Like, get rid
Like
of all the ice.
fucking John Tapper has caught
Dumbasses.
people on Bar Rescue doing it and like
Yes.
just loses his mind. And
Jesus.
those are like bartenders. So
Right.
I can see like a normal person, not thinking of it because he's doing other
Just
stuff.
stupid,
So
man.
Yes. This
yeah.
is also the first movie that Death kills someone that wasn't part of the plan, which I thought was interesting too, because technically, the brother Bam
Oh,
Margera wasn't part of the bloodline, but because he fucked with Death's plan,
Correct.
Death decided
he's
to
pissed, dude.
kill him. Yes.
Yeah.
How
Which
I personally thought that whole your mom fucked some other dude. You're
Yeah.
not a real
It
kid. Plot
wasn't
was dumb.
necessary. Wasn't very necessary, really.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, I thought the whole I didn't love the whole like because it's just been done to death. The whole like mom left and like oh
Mhm.
you're not my mom anymore and then like coming together type thing. It's like yeah, it's been done
Yeah.
before.
Move on.
I don't know. And then I don't. Can we get into the ending too? Because the ending is like
it
I
was
didn't love
rushed.
the
It was
ending
weird. It
either.
was like
It just happens,
I
yeah.
mean, like, yeah, like the very ending when that fucking train derails and they're like they get killed, which is kind of interesting. Like I don't think they've ever really showed the main characters dying at the end of the movie like that. Maybe they have in some of the other ones, but the two main characters getting fucking taken out by the logs at the
Mhm.
end.
yeah, the log is like probably the most infamous, I guess, of the
Yeah,
on this
Right.
list
iconic.
Yeah.
because every time someone sees that truck on the road,
Oh
they
yeah. I did
immediately
the
go
other
to
day.
Final Destination.
Yep.
We actually interviewed the guy who wrote that scene, if you
That's
remember.
right. We
I
did.
don't remember his
Yeah.
name, but he's the one who had directed
He
Butterfly
direct.
Effect as well.
Yes, he did. It was for we interviewed him for that soldier movie.
Yeah,
Butterfly
right.
I
effect, you
cannot
said?
remember the name of it. Yeah.
Ghost something.
Yeah, Ghosts
Go,
of War,
yeah, Ghost
maybe.
of War.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
that movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is Mr. Jack Gruber?
No.
Eric
No.
Bress?
Yes.
Yes, Eric
Okay,
Eric
Bress. Yep.
Bress. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
cool.
No, it's yeah.
That's cool, man. He wrote like one of the most iconic scenes in
Yeah.
horror
Without
history.
knowing, like if I remember from
Yeah.
the interview, people should check it out. Actually, I have my little fucking Excel
Oh.
sheet that'll
There we
tell you
go.
exactly which episode that happened. But yeah, it's just he. I remember him saying something along the lines like it was just something he wrote, not really overthinking everything. And sure enough, it becomes
That's
like one of
cool.
the most iconic fucking kills in
Right.
film history. So you never know, just
Hmm.
try stuff. And God, we interviewed a lot of
Yes.
people, didn't we?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Also, a connection, Teo Briones, whatever your name is, who played the brother in this, also
Mhm.
was on the Chucky television series starring Devon Sawa as
Oh,
well. So there you go.
I thought I
Little
recognized him.
honestly.
What season one?
Season one, he was the sort of the bully kid.
Bully. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He gets killed, I think, at the end of the he's one of the main characters. He's dating the blonde girl and then
Oh, gotcha.
he gets killed I think at the movie theater at the end of season one.
Cool.
So Eric Bress is episode 132, which we reviewed Ghosts of War,
Yep.
Ghosts
and
of
a
War.
really good interview. Like he was super interesting. So
Yeah, we talked Butterfly Effect with him too,
Butterfly
from what I
Effect,
remember
Final
as well. Yeah.
Destination. Yeah,
Hmm.
it was a good interview. So
Yes.
definitely check that one out. Speaking of what people have done in the past, the Ben Margera dude is the vampire kid from Trick or Treat. The one,
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
So,
Oh,
Vampire Kid.
yeah.
interesting. Can we
So,
get can we give him his name so we can give him some due credit?
no, you will be.
Instead of just
No, it's Bam Margera, guy. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I didn't even think of it when I saw the movie, but yeah, that I actually really liked him. I thought he was the best guy.
I liked him too. I thought, like I said, I thought him and his brother were like the two best characters, like the with the
Yeah,
peanut out, the kid with the
yeah.
peanut
His
allergy.
brother actually, yeah. Well, that actor actually has a peanut allergy. So
Oh wow,
yeah,
interesting. Nice.
yeah,
All right, his name is Richard Harmon.
That's boring.
Shout out to
No,
Richard Harmon. Bam
that's
Margera.
boring. Better
yeah.
than Bam.
What's
Margera
his
Kid.
name
Bam Margera
in
without
the
the
movie?
baggage. Eric Campbell.
Okay,
Eric.
yeah,
All right. Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Shout out to the tattoo guy.
yeah.
I think
Which is
that was a cool scene too. But they were in that because it was in the trailer.
it was in the
Like so
trailer. Yeah,
you kind of saw everything, but you thought he was gonna die, and they kind of play it. Well, he doesn't die, which I thought was cool. But
He
yeah,
he just walks out of
it
nowhere.
was
Hey guys.
it was a fun scene.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely fun scenes. I'm not trying to knock the movie too hard because I did enjoy it. But yeah, man, I don't know. There's just something off about this one for me personally. But yeah, I'm glad Steve enjoyed it. Anything else, gentlemen?
Not really. I mean, like it's a pretty straightforward movie, right? It's not like
Right.
an overthinker. I mean, this is a sixth in the franchise, so at
Yeah,
some
and
point,
it's killing it, man. I mean,
yeah,
Final Destination 7 is coming. I think it made $100 million worldwide this
one weekend,
weekend.
yeah.
Yeah. Which is insane. And what did you say,
That's a
50
ton of
million
money
ish
for a
tot?
genre movie,
Oh
man.
my God. Yeah. I mean, I did better than I expected. I did not think it was gonna do that well. Like that's awesome for them. It
Yeah, we're
was second most watched horror trailer ever after It Chapter
dang.
1 or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
People want their
people want their
deaths.
people want their Final Destination. I mean, I think also like the franchise. I think like any generation can go back and watch like those first,
Mhm.
few movies or whatever, or the whole franchise, and you'll have a good time with it because there is like, the sort of the deaths and everything is really fun. Favorite of the franchise, gentlemen?
Three. I wanted to
The,
Three.
rewatch, but three still, yeah.
Yeah, three,
this one, but I really like five. Actually, the last one
five.
Is
was
that what? I confuse them. Is it the
That's the
one with
bridge
NASCAR or
collapse.
Bridge? Okay,
No,
Bridge.
four is
With Todd
NASCAR.
Packer's in that one, isn't he?
Is he?
uh,
I don't remember. It's been a
No,
while,
I don't know. Yeah,
possibly.
this budget 50 mil made 51 in 2 days, bro.
Nice.
That's sick. And
just
105 so far worldwide.
yeah,
Nice.
that's
So
Yeah.
crazy.
that's
Yeah.
huge, man.
So
Good for
yeah,
them.
seven is definitely going to be coming.
Hmm.
Um, and we'll see what happens. Premonition, favorite premonition. Probably part two, right? The log trucker scene. I don't know. I really like
Uh,
three. The roller coaster's great too, though. I
roller
mean, the
coaster's
plane
good.
crash is pretty terrifying.
In the one, yeah.
All of them are fucking brutal, dude.
And they are. They are. I think
Final
the NASCAR
Destination.
one's my least favorite, but
Yeah, me too. I
yeah.
saw it on my second date with who eventually became my wife. So
Nice.
Very nice.
actually, they were planning to end the series after that one, but it did so well in the theater. I think it's the second highest grossing one after this one
Hmm.
that they decided to continue it. So, and also
I
another fun fact that I saw on NDB that I liked. So the original story was actually supposed to be an X-Files episode and they didn't use it, so they ended up making a movie out of it and it became the Final
Interesting.
Destination.
Wow.
Mm.
Cool. Yeah. I also read that this one originally was supposed to be first responders
Mm.
and death around first responders and stuff. So maybe the next
Interesting.
one could be something like that. We'll see. But I would like a time change. Because I enjoyed the 1950s stuff. So I think like saying something in like a different time frame than the current time could be pretty cool and interesting. To
I think
switch
we
it
should
up.
go.
But
I think we should go back to like the 1300s and you get like a
ooh,
splinter and
all
you
right,
die. And it takes you
yeah.
like three
There you go.
months and they're like,
Yeah,
I
I
got a
mean
splinter.
that's
Death
just
got
real
me.
life back then. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I agree. I think,
Oregon Trail, like just like
yeah. Oh, Steve, you got a snake bite.
yeah,
You're gonna
dysentery.
die in 3 weeks, Steve.
There is a horror movie called The Oregon Trail. Did
Yeah,
either of you ever watch it? I never
it's on my
watched it.
Haven't
list, but
even
it
heard
looks
of it. Of
terrible.
Yeah.
course, it's on Steve's list. It'd be what year is that? Fucking last year, probably.
Recently,
Recently,
Of
yeah,
yeah,
course
the
it
last
was.
couple of years.
The Oregon Trail.
I've
What's
heard
like?
bad things. So
Mhm. Oregon Trail.
I
I'm
still
just
play the
one.
Oregon Trail every few months, man. They have it on the Washington website,
okay,
like
Fun
state of
time.
Washington. Yeah.
interesting.
Grueling pace. Oregon Trail actually at a 2.6 on Letterboxd. Not terrible for a
Wow.
movie like
Which one are
that.
you saying?
Yeah.
Because I see one from like 1959, 1936,
It's not
1949.
Oregon Trail. It's Oregon.
It's Oregon.
Like
Yeah.
Oh,
Oregon's. Yeah.
oh, that's lame.
2023 it was released. So very recently.
Oh.
Alrighty, gentlemen. If that's all we got, I guess it is time to rate this sucker. Will start us off. Yeah, man. It's certainly not a bad movie. I definitely had a fun time watching it. But yeah, man, when I'm comparing it to the other, found some of the other movies, like I think one, two, and three, I would rate them above this one. I enjoyed one, two, and three better than this one. After that, I'd probably put this next, over four and five. But yeah, so I'd put it, middle of the road for the franchise. Just a little too hokey for me, but there's definitely fun to be had. And watching this, I think with a group of friends, you'll have a lot of fun. So yeah, I give it a 3 out of 5. Not great, not terrible, just decent, but definitely not going to make my top 10 for this year, unfortunately.
All right, I'm a slightly higher, 3.5 out of 5. I was honestly teetering from a four, man, because I still think the
Mm.
kills are really fucking good, and I had
Yeah.
actually a great time watching this.
Hmm.
And I unintentionally paired it with the monkey, which is actually a good 1-2 combo since they're
Yeah,
all
it
like
is.
kind of like
Mhm.
random deaths related.
Yep.
But yeah, ultimately too, I agree. It was hokey. It was really hokey at times, a little melodramatic, and I didn't like the characters, so that kind of
Hmm.
detracts from it. But I still had a good time watching it, so I'm gonna stick at a 3. 4.5 out of 5.
I'm where Todd originally was. I'm at a 4. I had a fucking blast watching this. I was never once bored. I was completely glued in. The fact that we got Tony Todd to say goodbye in like a really proper way is just something special and amazing. And yeah, I was all in. Will it hold that score if I rewatch it in a few years when I do a series rewatch? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Time will tell. But for now, I had a fucking blast with this one. Maybe like the most fun I've had for a horror movie this year. Like I think Sinners is a way better movie, obviously, but
Yeah.
just the one I probably had the most fun watching. So yeah, 4 out of 5.
Awesome. And so yeah, we're kind of a little all over the board in the middle there. All right, and what do our friends over at Letterbox have to say about this? Perfectly in the middle. Currently sitting at a 3.4 out of 5 over on Letterboxd. Alrighty. Thank you, gentlemen. That is going to wrap it up for this week's episode. Steve, what do we get next week?
I know a lot of people in our Discord are hoping I'm going to say Frailty. Apparently, that like struck a chord when we said it last week, and I promise it's coming. We have it scheduled for 386 right now, but next week I realized I was looking through the calendar and I'm like, oh shit, there's something that a fourth movie in a series that we covered all three others that's coming out, so we have to do it. That's on Netflix, and it is Fear Street Prom Queen. So you could go back and watch our episode of the other, three titles. We did it all in one episode because we're
Yep.
yeah, we're a little crazy. It was episode 184. But yeah, so I'm super looking forward to it, and I'm curious. I mean, it's not out at the time that we're reviewing this, so we have no idea if it's going to be any good. So let's find out together.
Yes. And it is prom season, kids. So, make sure, wrap it up, practice safe sex if you prom night,
Wrap it up.
But yeah, so Fear Street Prom Queen for next week. It's probably going to be the most popular movie on Netflix for sure. After the last three Fear Street movies were so popular and hot, so yeah, I'm excited for this one. I think it has potential to be great. We'll see. I enjoyed all three of the last Fear Street movies, so hopefully this one will be good as well. So check it out. Netflix for you people who have it. If not, well, I guess you'll have to get Netflix or find another way. All right. In the meantime, you can keep up with the podcast. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads. Just search the Horror Squad Podcast. You can email us anytime, the Horror Squad Podcast at gmail.com. But the absolute best way to keep up with the podcast is our Discord, completely and totally free to join. Amazing community over there, a ton of channels to go through and communicate with fellow horror fans and us as well. So come and join the Discord. It is linked over on our Instagram, or just send us a DM or an email, and we'll send you a link to get to that Discord movie club every single month, including the end of this month, May 31st, I believe it is. It's usually the last Friday of every single month. This month, we'll be doing the Dark Tapes. All you do is join the Discord, and Steve sends a link in the movie club chat over there. It's a Zoom link. You'll see us all that are there, and you can chat and watch the movie with all your fellow horror fans. It's a very fun time. Also, don't forget, leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app if you haven't already. That helps the podcast greatly. Or if you'd like to buy merch, tpublic.com, the Horror Squad Podcast. Also, don't forget important dates. October 2nd through the 5th, we will be in Salem, Massachusetts with the cast of Hocus Pocus for It's Just a Bunch of Halloween weekend. It's just a bunch of Halloween.com for all details and tickets for that. And that's it, folks. So we will see you next week for Fear Street Prom Queen. See ya.
Bye.
Right.